bebê. Come on, Biffy.
Hello. Oh, of course, the window isn't on. Of course. Do you know? I was just thinking as I was about to start the stream, just 5 seconds ago. I was like, "There's always something wrong, or something goes wrong, or something doesn't happen as it was supposed to." As soon as I start the stream, every single stream, whether I'm in my room, in the office, something messes up, something happens, and it had to be the whole screen. But I'm here. Nonetheless, it doesn't matter. It's all set up. It wasn't any big deal. Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Brogan and this is a simple signal stream, and in this stream I look at crypto. So we normally do Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and we are also doing Pyth. I'm just tabbing. So we're doing those 4 tokens today. I'm doing a bit of a short stream today. I'm not going to have the timer in the top right hand corner. I'm a bit tired. We're streaming tomorrow. There's something like that. So I'm just going to keep it a bit shorter today. Just kind of recap. It's been a while since I've done TA. It's been since Monday, to be fair, because obviously we had the brilliant giveaway we had on which we had on Wednesday. So I haven't quite done TA or really looked at the market since then. So there's been a lot I haven't really talked about. There's been a lot which has happened, a lot which has been invalidated. I did delete them, but I will show you in a minute. Let me make sure my audio is okay. Obviously, I will show the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to show the charts as I do TA. But some things didn't go quite how I thought they would. Bitcoin's gone up so much, so fast. It's like it's just caught up to what it's supposed to be doing this entire time. But it's completely crazy. So 10% 7 day, 24 hour, 5% up for Bitcoin is pretty crazy. So we will look at that. In a couple of minutes. I might look at the market. You know what? I will look at Thorchain. Let me check the comments. Hinda Jennings, good evening to you too. Mohammed Uber, good evening to you all. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining the stream. You all, thank you for spending. It's a night. Obviously it depends where you are in the world, but it's always an hour. Or this time it's about 45 minutes. This stream. I'm going to do a coin less, as I said in the intro. Doing a stream tomorrow. I'm a bit tired. I'm going to keep it to updating the previous charts we did on Monday. I could look at whiff, but I whiffed on whiff. You know what? I will look at whiff because that was funny. I whiffed on whiff. It was a sad moment because it was just because obviously, as I was saying, a lot of the meme coins follow kind of the movement of Bitcoin, and I kind of predicted that Bitcoin was going to do that, and it didn't do that. But whiff did that, and I'll show the chart quickly. I won't do too much here because I'm kind of just updating all the charts we did on Monday. So I'm not going to do too much crazy. Any Solana tips? I made 20% last week in 4 hours. Crazy, 20% last week in 4 hours. We'll look at the charts. There's quite a bit to say, I think, for Solana. Obviously, like I said, we'll get into it. Thank you all for joining. I suppose I'll just get into it. I'm going to quickly look at Thorchain. I have a funny relationship with Thorchain, but like I said, whenever Thorchain is up, I can't see it here. Whenever Thorchain's up, I think it's the 100th coin, or one of the lowest coins, isn't it? Maybe not the 100th, but it's one of the lowest coins. Not as an insult or anything. I suppose it's really low, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Well, it's up nearly 21% on the 7 day, and the 24 hours 12.27. So when Thorchain's up that hard, something's going right in the market. That's kind of my personal secret indicator for myself, is looking at the Thorchain, percentage change over the couple of time frames on CoinMarketCap. That's my little gem before I go. Some people draw TA on Bitcoin before they go to look at meme coins and all that sort. They draw on the higher time frames and going. My one is looking at the price action or the price movement of the Thorchain, and then going into doing TA on where I want to put my money. That's my tip. Obviously, always make your own tip. But looking at Bitcoin, 10% up in 7 days. That is absolutely insane for Bitcoin. Obviously, we look at the chart. There's nothing. I'm not really much time. I'm just delaying looking at the charts. There's no point. I'm just going to go on the charts. That's why everyone's here. So let's have a look at Bitcoin. Hopefully everything is lined up correctly. It is not. Surprise. There we go. Okay, so top left we have the current. Obviously, as it's live, I might say anywhere somewhere on the stream when I started. I think I started about 10 minutes ago. But top left, regardless, there is the time and date of where I am right now. I'm UTC +1, so depending on where in the world you are right now. But that is current time of me, looking. Obviously, some people might watch this on catch up. If you do, then thank you for watching. Anyways, also I had forgotten actually to mention there's a bunch of links. I'm going to keep the intros a bit shorter when it comes to doing these kind of advertisemental type of things, and multiple over, like, oh yeah, go check the description, go to this link, do that. I'm just going to say, go to the description. There are multiple links and areas for you to go check out. So make sure you do go down there and have a look at that. I don't want to blabber on every single stream the same thing for 3 minutes. So just go check the description. There are some links down there, which will make you happy if you go check it. Or make me happy. And probably you as well if you do use them. So, Bitcoin. I did, you know what? Let me press Control Z. Just give it a moment. Oh, I'm on the 1 hour. I don't know why we've teleported all over the place. You know what? I need to go far too back. You know what? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But basically, what I was trying to Control Z my fair value gaps back. But unfortunately, they are kind of gone. So I'm going to quickly redraw them just to show where they were, which they've all just been completely ignored, which is fine. You know, I said there was a price point here at 45. I think some people were saying this as well, and obviously there's one at 44.1 as well, which I said, and I swear other people were saying this. I hope it wasn't just me. Hopefully don't look like the crazy person in the corner, you know, rocking back and forwards in a leather padded room, you know, by myself with white lights saying Bitcoin's going to go to here and it's going to bounce off it. I hope someone else said this. I don't know, but this is what I said. I did delete them because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that it didn't play out. Obviously, I mean, Bitcoin's gone up so crazy. Like, something's happened. I haven't really read the news though, so I don't really know what's happened. I'm going to be truthful there. Maybe I missed something. I should have watched the morning stream, which Mike did. So if you did go watch that stream, congratulations to you. But regardless, I haven't looked at news. There's probably some news for this sort of movement. There's probably something which has gone on. You know, this can't just happen. What I am seeing though, and I don't really look at these. I don't really look at chart patterns like this, but I'm seeing. Okay, maybe. Okay, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, you know what? Ignore that. That's not there. I thought I saw like a head and shoulders thing, like a shoulder, head, shoulder, boom. Yeah, it doesn't really fit too well. Florence, hello. Glad that you could join us on the Simple Signal stream. Glad you're here. Also, just preface, if any of you have any sort of coins or charts you want me to look at, I can look on Bird Eye, so I can look at some low cap, Solana coins which aren't on TradingView on the big platforms. I can look there, or anything on TradingView. Any charts I can go look at if you do put it in the comments as well. I haven't seen anything really in Telegram, so I can't really look at anything which is really there. Someone said Solana. We do look at Solana every stream. It's normally Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana we give updates on, and I do maybe 2 on a normal day when I stream for an hour. We do 2, smaller cap coins, maybe meme coins or anything someone might want to say. Jupiter, I will. It's a funny story about Jupiter. It's not moving. I don't know why. It's not moving. Obviously, coins like that, which might recently come out. It's a 50% SHIB. Well, we should have a look at it. Obviously, I'm going to do my quick updates on all my charts, which we've already drawn, and then I'll go look at Jupe. But anyways, yeah. So I had these 2 fair value gaps here, which are completely being ignored. Which, it hurt my feelings a bit. It did hurt my feelings quite a bit. Now, what's actually quite interesting is that it's still kind of there. Things right with this sort of movement, I can't really draw fair value gaps here. I mean, I've tried, but it's just not really. You need like a 3 candle movement, and none of these 3 candle moves. I'm going to draw this here because we did retract down to it and bounced off it. So I'm going to keep that there. But whatever. Some of them don't. Obviously, like I said, fair value gaps aren't the be all and end all of TA. They just give like another recommendation of where the price could go to. But even if we look at market cycle, we can see like this isn't normal. These sort of like big like movements in terms of like here, this isn't normal. Like something happened back there. Okay, yeah, this is okay. That was something. Yeah, ignore that. But these aren't. This clearly look at it. That's not normal. Okay, it's just going up constantly. Like it's not following the normal flow. The normal flow of well, in market cipher sense anyway, it goes up, it comes down, goes up. It's a wave. It's waves. It's wave trend. It's called in market cipher. It's called wave trend, and it follows a simple pattern of being above and below the 0 line, following a natural. Obviously, it can have a dip like this and come back up. That's allowed, but it's the normal general movement. But if we kind of draw an outline here, this was roughed out. This obviously wasn't normal as well. We know that. This between January and stuff like it's not normal. But it's kind of this movement. This also was a bit rough, and now it's just like flatlined, and like it should be rounded. It should be a normal rounded curve on a general note anyway. But now it's kind of just gone up, just flatlined and then come down, which isn't, you know, that's not how it should really be going. So it's funny. It's a funny situation, which doesn't really feel like very normal. So what I did say last stream was we'd come down. Okay, I'll preface this. This was I said on stream, quote me, this was the worst case scenario. We come down to 42k and then go back up. Obviously, it didn't have the worst case. We just went up, and that line. And if we think about it, the gradient of the line I drew and the actual price action, like, look, that is a straight line next to my line I drew, and it is the perfect gradient. So I am right, okay? This is why I'm called the Oracle. Even when I'm not right, I'm right, because I'm able to make myself right. And that's the key difference there, is even when I'm not completely right like that, I can back myself up by edge cases saying, like, this is the worst case scenario. But even when I do get somewhere which wasn't like that, it still is, you know, pretty good, like that gradient there. So I'm still happy about it, whatever. You know, if you're disappointed in me, you never watch me ever again, you know, I can't really change that. But anyway, going on to where Bitcoin's going to go to, you know, what's going to happen next? Well, I do want to disregard market cipher because our VWAP is not moving. Money flow is continuously going up, so our trend is continuously going up, which, you know, makes sense. You know, our momentum should be falling, but we can clearly see whenever we print a red dot, it'll just go back to green, go to red, go to green. So it's hard to move. The only really thing I can go off is previous, you know, price tops. The highest we've seen is 48, nearly 49k. So we're kind of in the air right now. It's kind of like we've thrown the ball in the air, but we've put like a spin on it. So it's kind of like moving. We've got like 3 variables going on. So we've got a lot of variables going on. It's moving all funny. So all I can really say is, you know, where we're going to go up to. You know, what's our current support and where can we go up to? Well, if we look across, you know, back in time, we can see this rough area here. Obviously, it's not completely accurate, but we've kind of got a line there. Funny enough, 47,000. You know, who would have thought? So we've got 47,000. Let me mark that, actually. It's 47,000. So we've got 47,000 here as our kind of previous, well, it was, you know, resistance, you know, because it obviously was this big round number. And we've printed a couple times. So it's not like we've dipped above and come back down. We've printed a couple times above it. So, you know, we should maybe aim to see the next sort of point upwards for Bitcoin. So I think our support is about 47,000. We've got 46,500 as this fair value gap, but I wouldn't hold this fair value gap because the normal kind of I'm going to do some Picasso drawing here. The normal structure of fair value gaps is sort of this situation where you kind of got this. Hold on, I don't even want, you know, I don't want to teach people, you know, like, I'm not here to teach people, but at the same time, like, I want to just demonstrate what I'm talking about. This is the structure of a fair value gap, where you've got these two things here, and you stretch across. This is a fair value gap. You have a 3 candle continuous movement upwards, and then you get the midpoint. But you can get multiple midpoints as you're going up, because as your liquidity is going, or as you're in like a bull, you know, as you're bullish, as you're going upwards, you can have multiple areas of these fair value gaps where it has a huge candle upwards, and you're trying to recede backwards, but you haven't entered there to, you know, see if there's any longs there, any stops there, or anything like that. You know, the market, or these concepts are you know, are applicable to all kind of markets, but, you know, it's not like a Bitcoin specific thing or anything like that. But, you know, it's kind of this huge candle area where you need to, you know, you trace backwards, where people might go, okay, so this is where I'm going to place. So it might be a previous high. Okay, this is where I'm going to place my next long position, and then, you know, when it enters, it'll continue to go back up. So, but that's kind of the structure fair value gap. But, you know, if you have a multiple candle movement upwards, as we see here, you're going to have these multiple areas. So I wouldn't hold 46.5. You know, I wouldn't hold it to me, but I'm going to put it there anyway. So next to Bitcoin, well, maybe 49,000. I mean, that's the last point we saw with a huge candle upwards, and it's not like here, for example, we had a huge, you know, wick upwards, and then we came back down immediately. Obviously, this obviously was when we had the ETFs. Obviously, I had this situation here. You know, certain people, you know, close to me were suggesting we go to 50k, and I put my stop loss, or I put my take profit at 48k, and I said I want to get out of 48k. I think 48k is where we're going to see the top. Obviously, we reached 49k, but we would have got money. Obviously, we did lose a bit of money. That's okay, because it was such a random movement, or it was so erratic because of obviously external. You know, obviously when you got external things, it doesn't really follow the same sort of like trend you'd normally see in normal chart patterns. But but the difference between then and now is we're seeing a consistent price movement upwards for Bitcoin. So it's suggesting to me that this isn't anything. Obviously, this huge movement upwards. I always like to think huge movements upwards are never, they're never sustainable. So there's always going to be some sort of retractment. We haven't had a retractment yet. So I think we're probably fizzling out in terms of how fast Bitcoin's going to be going up. Obviously, if we have these huge, bull runs, obviously, when Bitcoin halving comes, obviously that's an external thing. Obviously, that's going to bring the price hugely up, and I don't really expect a retractment in that regard. That's a different story. I want to preface that. But this is a movement. Again, if I read the news, there's probably something out on the news which will tell me why this has happened. But these sorts of movements, they're not very, if it's nothing statistically applicable, like supply, like a production retractment in terms of the halving. If it's nothing tangible like that, it's not really going to be holding this sort of movement for very long. It's going to have to retract at some point. As everything, if something goes up, it can't go up forever. It must come down. Likewise, with going down, it must come back up. So we could reach 49k. I think 49k is definitely going to be our stopping point because, that was, considering the fact that, normally when you see these quick tops, it's like, oh yeah, you hit off it and you bounce off it, yeah, whatever, you go down. But this scenario, this was when we had external news, which was huge movement. This was like really huge news for Bitcoin and crypto as a whole. And 49k was a stopping point. So this is a considerable stopping point for Bitcoin. So I think the max we're going to see, obviously it's the 4 hour. I don't know how long of a time frame. I can't tell the future. But I think the max we'll see for Bitcoin is going to be 49k as of recent. But we have got close to 48k, which is where we also bounced off. And we've also entered that area and come off it. So again, either 49k or we've already hit 48k and it's time to go down, because this market site, this is horrible. I shouldn't see this. Again, our VWAP is coming down. I mean, but I can't really hold VWAP really accountable for anything, because again, it's like an erratic movement which doesn't really hold anything. If I draw a white line, if I can draw a white line of the VWAP and I can't see the VWAP anymore, that's a bad sign. It means there's no movement. So I can't really go off the VWAP. So all I can really go off is the momentum and the money flow. The money flow is obviously king, especially on the high time frames. We're constantly going up, and our money flow is continuously rising upwards. So it suggests to me that we still have some sort of movement upwards. Obviously, if we have a really bad 4-hour candle printout, it's going to be horrible. But when does this print out? So this print out, okay, this prints out quite, in a long time. So I'm not going to get to show it on stream or anything. But our money flow is, it's not like it's slowing down, but it's still going up. It's our gradient is getting higher. So I think we could hit 49k. That's what I say. That's what I think for Bitcoin. But yeah, 49k. On the lower end, 47k. Even if we don't hit 49k straight away, again, at some sort of situation of either this happens and we bounce and then we go up to 48k or 49k, sorry, or the red pill, we just go to 49k. I like my red pill, blue pill situations. There we go. So that's the kind of situation I see big. I think we're going to hit 49k though. Forgot you do front hours. Yeah. I probably should advertise it more. I probably should have something there. I should have prepared it as in terms of set up the stream quite a while before in the day, but I didn't. Obviously, again, like I said, obviously you weren't here, so I'll say at the start of the stream I said this would be more a laid-back stream. I'm quite tired. I've got a stream tomorrow, so I'm only going to do 4 coins, 45 minutes. Obviously, if you do have any coins you want me to look at, do put them in the comments. But yeah, so that's what I see for Bitcoin. 49k. We could see a retracement to 47 and then go to 49k, but 47 is going to be huge because this area where we retracted to, because we got to 48k, retracted to 47, had this movement, went up to 47 and a half, retracted to nearly 47, had this huge movement again to 49 and retracted to 47. So we have our top points, and this was the ETF news, so this was big news. We had these huge movements to these high numbers, and we always retracted roughly to around 47k. So 47k seems to be like, what's the name? Like the nightingale. What's her name? This helping, guiding hand, this lantern in the fog, which just keeps us there. So I think 47k is a strong point, and we saw huge resistance at it. So I think we might bounce off it at least once. We're going to bounce off it. So that's what I see for the red pill, blue pill situation. I'm ignoring market cipher. It's clear it's not going to give me good data because it's not, it's not like a normal wave trend. It's completely inaccurate. What it's telling me right now is momentum. We've got these 2 red dots. These are 2 high points. We should be going down anytime soon, but money flow again is king. It's going up. We're going to be going up. We're going to swiftly move on now. to Ethereum. Okay, so what did I say? Okay, well we saw something here. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Again, like I said, it's been a while since I said. Let me go back. It's been a while since I spoke about this, so I can't really remember what I said. But I did draw this order block here. So what I will say is this is perfect. This order block here was perfect. Okay, this is beautiful. All right, let me explain. So order blocks. These are situations where you have these equally high candles and you bounce up and you hit, and then so obviously you have this huge movement upwards for the green candles, and then you have this equally large movement downwards of the red candle. So it's this huge bounce off. It's quick shield off. Obviously this 2,374 price range. So this was our confirmation that this is an order block area and that we're going to be bouncing off it. And we did hit bounce off here. Not really hit, obviously, but hit. Now, what do I always say about breaker blocks? You have to have a huge liquidity upwards or huge bullish movement, whatever you want to call it, which we did, and then a retractment back into it, and then a movement back upwards. Like if I do breaker block, here we go. So this will teach you. Obviously, in the Circle Trader website, it's a very good place. Here it is. This is it. Okay, it doesn't really show it too well. I think at the top it shows it better. This is kind of it. So we have this equally high candle move here, boom, boom here. We come down where we're breaking below, but this latter area of the order block breaker block situation is what matters. We have the liquidity just the sweep upwards, retractment down back into the order block, and then movement upwards again, which confirms to us it's a breaker block, which basically means it's going to be a support area. So if I get rid of these white lines, we have our area here where we didn't come down into it, but we had this equal candle high movement here, which was here, and then we come below it and then we do whatever we want to do, and then we have the scenario where we just rise up above it, huge liquidity here, and then retractment down back into the square. It doesn't really matter where you end up, but it just matters that you bounce off the bottom, at least the most the bottom, and then come back up again. You bounce off the area, whatever it may, the midpoint, perfect midpoint especially, and then you come back up. So this, let me translate it now, is a bullish breaker block. So now we are going to bounce off 2,373. This is like perfect. If I was confident enough in anything, it would be this breaker block right here. So this is perfect. I'm going to keep this in mind. I can't remember when I drew this. This is kind of stupid. I don't really know why I drew this, but I did. We bounced off it, I guess. We entered it and fell below. So I guess that works. Woohoo. I'm going to delete it now though, because we already entered it. We bounced off this line. Perfect. I did say this. It was a 25,000 line. This was drawn quite a while ago. I can't remember. One of the Mondays or Wednesdays. The 2,500 line. I knew this was going to be an area where we were going to see some sort of line in the sand roughly. If we were going to have a huge movement, we were going to bounce off it. Lo and behold, we bounced off it. So again, I'm going to pretty much ignore market cipher. What I'm going to say, if Bitcoin does retract, which it could do, I think Ethereum is going to, let me get the path tool. I think we're going to see something along the lines of that. Obviously, I don't know how long that's going to last for. Again, we have a similar scenario with Bitcoin where we have this just constant like crab in terms of our momentum wave, where we can't really read it because it's so inaccurate. Like, this is suggesting to us that we're having a crab moment where we're kind of, doing this and we're not really moving anywhere. But you can look at the price and see that this momentum wave isn't representing how our price is moving. Obviously our money flow isn't really representing what's going on. So market cipher, I'm not even going to be looking at it because Bitcoin's been going up. Obviously, it feels like a news thing. I haven't looked up on the news. I'm not too sure, but it feels like a news thing. So I'm not going to be looking at the market cipher trend. I'm just going to be looking at price action. And what the price action tells me is that we've bounced off this, quite a heavy resistance point, and we're going to retract down to our next bottom. We do have our equilibrium point, which I do like to draw. Jason, hello, nice. You know what? You still hold that special place. I'm going to hold this special place forever. It's going to be forever because that stream Wednesday, I can't even put into words. But thank you for being here anyway. I'm just quickly drawing my premium discount area. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I need to go off the tops. Here we go, perfect. So, premium discount area, I don't really use this too often, but I do like to look at it. And, what it shows me is when you're in, the red area, I don't really use it, like I said. But when it's in the red area, I look for longs. When it's in the green area, you look for shorts. And the equilibrium point is where you might see some sort of problems. So for example, here, obviously you saw, if I go on to the 15-minute, you'll probably see some long setup, but I haven't looked at it. But you see we go up, we bounced off it. But it's also, the equilibrium point is also a position of price where we always see some sort of support resistance, especially on, in a fib area. Obviously, you have to have a trend area. Obviously, we have a constant move upwards. So yeah, I'm just going to point out the equilibrium point. Let me draw a straight line actually to make this a bit easier to see the price. There we go. So 24 and a half, or 2,450, we have the equilibrium point. So if we don't bounce off here, we could bounce off this equilibrium point here. This wasn't really anything considerable back here. It was maybe a support point, previously. We can see here, we kind of bounced off it twice here. So we could consider this as a previous point where we saw some sort of support, but it wasn't really anything, considerable. Interesting, actually, I just noticed this. We had I haven't actually shown this yet on stream because I haven't really seen it. We actually had a breaker, a bearish breaker block. So you notice we've got our order block here, and our two equally high candles. We had our quick liquidity, negative, and then a retractment back into the box, and then a huge movement downwards. That's the wrong one. I've drawn the wrong one. There we go. I haven't actually been able to show that on stream yet because I haven't actually seen it. But interestingly, we have our bearish break block. Isn't that interesting? And interestingly enough, they're not like fair value gaps where we enter it and then we invalidate it. We can have it over a long period of time. And I don't know if you might notice this, but you might notice we are currently in this breaker block. So I don't want to hold anything to anybody, especially not myself. This looks like we're going to go down. I think for Ethereum, we're going to go down. That is my opinion. And the whole stream, all this is opinion, okay? Do remember that. ETH isn't going to get the ETF this year, according to Mike. Yeah, I mean, no, I remember we spoke on that stream, actually. Can't remember what stream, but I think I remember speaking about that. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if we had some ETF news on Ethereum, that'd be huge bullish news. So it would also just break all of this and invalidate all of it. But obviously, as we stand, I think Bitcoin could retract. Ethereum's looking like it's going to retract. I mean, this is just like, it's just masterful. Like, money flow is going down. Red dot, obviously, like I said, it's not really anything. VWAP going down. Bearish breaker block pointing towards to go down. I think we're going to bounce off this 45.5 or 4550 and then maybe come back up again possibly, or maybe retract even further down to the 2400 area. Obviously, this is a midpoint line, like I said. It's a trap. What's a trap? I think the SEC are trying to call it security. Maybe. Obviously, I could go look at what the definition of security. Talk about it, but I'm gonna stick to my my roses and daisies and my trees and my lovely grass and my beautiful sun and the picnic with a bottle of wine next to me. I'm not going to talk about the crazy drawings on the walls in terms of proper economics. I'm not here. I'm here to go. Oh look, line go up, price go up. I'm here to read things and pretend like I'm really really smart. Well, I don't really pretend. It's quite hard to like act like you're pretending when it's true. But yeah. What do you mean, Velrobe? It's a trap. What do you mean by that? While you answer me, I'm going to go on to Solana. Okay, so this was what we're doing. Let me remember. Yes, the old block. Okay, so yeah. It's been a while. It's been like a whole, pretty much. It's like 5 days since Monday. Do you know? After every stream, my lips hum and are numb with the amount of vibrations caused by my voice. I speak that much. I like to speak because whatever comes out of my mouth is always just pure gold and should always be recorded no matter what. However, if I speak for too long, especially an hour, my lips start to vibrate or start to go numb. Mike said they are defining it as security which causes it problem. Yeah, I mean, if it's defined differently, in order for it to not be under the criteria to get like a, it's going to cause problems in terms of defining it legally, especially when it comes to maybe like an ETF or whatnot. So it's quite hard. Oh, there's water here. I always forget I have water next to me. I need to lubricate because I speak so much because like there's so much. Your words are fire, so but exactly my lips burn and since there's so much fire coming out my throat, like I need to like cool it down. So my lips are numb. It's been 35 minutes of non-stop talking from me. My lips are numb. God, don't know how people stream for 6 hours. Ugh. Anyway, let's get actually back to doing something. So this is, you know what? I should do a playlist of like Dora the Explorer type of chart drawings. I think that'd be pretty fun. But anyway, what do we see here with this order block? It's kind of, I mean, it's a loose definition of an order block. This one looks like, but I'm gonna define it anyway because we have bounced off it, and it's basically, and funny enough, the midpoint, which is normally where the order block kind of validates between, is actually directly at the 2% of our resistance point at 106.45. But anyway, so we can see this order block. We bounced off it, boom, 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 and then we entered it. Wait, actually no. Yeah, no, it's fine. I was about to start talking about breaker blocks, but no, this is just a normal order block. We bounced off it, yeah, order block. It coincides with our brilliant indicator, which you can go get by checking out Telegram in the description if you're not there already. Go check it out in the trading area. I probably should send the link again. There is a link to the indicator. This is the best indicator in the whole world. I'm not biased at all because I definitely didn't just make this for the channel. I definitely didn't make this. It's definitely not done by me. It's definitely not the channels. This is definitely an external indicator. $125 sol. Maybe. Hold on. I'm trying to look at my previous. I'm trying to look at my previous. Yeah, this. Okay, this. I've pointed this out already, but this was what was it called? When we had the Fed meeting stuff, and I said, no news is still bad news when we expect good news. We expected good news, nothing came out, and then we went down. But it's the fact that there was such a good movement between here. 15, so it's a 7.5% upwards, 7.5% downwards. Like it was just this perfect, like it was just this perfect equality. Like we have 8.55 and 8.5. Look, 8.5 on the complete downwards, and if I go upwards, nearly 8.5. It was literally a one-to-one movement between my line and there. So what does that tell you? If it's a one-to-one movement, flip this area up, invert it 180 degrees, we would have bounced off 110, like I said. Anyway, I'm not here to toot my own horn. This fair value gap, you know what? I'm not too sure about it because we do have multiple lines. However, we didn't retract into it, so it is still there to be invalidated for our shorts. So we could see, ourselves bounce off 110 and come back down. Don't know how strong it's going to be. 114 was also a point of resistance. We do have, this area in terms of talking about your 125 area. It's not an order block. It's not a fair value gap. Hold on. Let me remove the text. Hold on. It's there you go. Perfect. I don't know why I just didn't draw square, but so this is kind of like our area of 100 sol feels so much nicer than 95. Yeah, I mean, especially I think the Solana's the big one when it comes to that. Like obviously Bitcoin, there's resistance points at 47, 40, or support in this case, 40, 46, 48, 49, 50, 51. There's always going to be something there every single round number point for Bitcoin. But for Solana, it's something you don't really see too often. Obviously, if you've got coins which are near the $100 mark, obviously you'll see this as well. But Solana's the really big one, which is at that price level. And when the $100 mark is just, you should permanently have it drawn on your Solana graph. Like you should just always have it, like constantly, because it's just like going from 99 to 100 you're adding on a whole area for your number. So always have that on your graph. I'd recommend. But yeah, $100 is definitely so much nicer for Solana, especially for my portfolio. Obviously, I do have quite a bit. I've got my alter ego, talking for me in the YouTube chat. So my alter ego is currently telling I have no control. It's like subconscious. I have no control of it. It just speaks for me, which is quite nice. Sometimes it helps me, but sometimes it also lies. Solana is to $500. It's written in the scriptures. It's prophecy. I haven't read these scriptures. I don't know what I'm talking about. But apparently I know it goes to $500. So if we go up to $500 really quickly, we can't because it's so slow. Okay, apparently my subconscious thinks Mike's so much better. I know that's not true. So someone's lying. Either I'm lying or I'm also lying, but I don't know. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's a cross communication. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how it's thinking there. This Neuralink thing talking for me is just it's getting. Obviously, Elon Musk, he's trying, but he's got some of the parts on the Neuralink a bit wrong. But I'm trying to help fix that. But Solana, we're not going to break this. I'm sorry. We're not going to break this. We've got a negative money flow. We've got a negative view up. We have to come down at some point, right? Surely we have to come down at some point. We're going to go to the $100 mark. Actually, hold on. There it is. Let's draw our handy dandy equilibrium point to our highest point of our wick. Where does that take us? That takes us to nearly the top of this wick, which is about $103. It's basically $103. Okay, $103 is going to be our equilibrium point where we could see support. If we not, we can break it. So this is what I kind of see. So we're going to retract for Solana. That's what I think was going to happen, not financial advice. It could either go to $103 or we could absolutely crumble and go to $100. It just depends on how basically Bitcoin moves and the whole market as a general moves. But I think we're going to come down, especially Ethereum and Solana. I think we're going to come down. Bitcoin, still a 50-50. It's quite hard to read the charts because obviously market stuff has just gone crazy. But I think we're going to come down for these two coins. Hit the like, please. Finally, it's got something right. The voice has got something right. Do hit like. I try so hard on these streams. I try so hard. No, but I do spend some time. I mean, I've had a long day. Okay, you might not think. Obviously, Mike is like the forefront of the channel. He does a lot of work. The videos, preparations for a lot of things. But I've got a lot of. I do have some things going on. I do have to work on a lot of things. So I've been hard at work today. And it's tiring me out. Obviously, that's why I'm trying to keep the stream a bit shorter. Obviously, I'm already about 42 minutes in, so we might not be that short. But what was my next coin actually? I think it was Pife, wasn't it? Yeah, Pife's good. You know what? With Pife, actually, I think we're all 16 of us are going to be in the same boat here because I can't remember what I was talking about. And I've looked at the chart on the 4 hour and I have no idea. I don't even know what time frame I was on. I think I was on the 1 hour. I don't know what I'm looking at. I can't remember. Okay. So, we're gonna have to go through this together because I really can't remember what happened. It was kind of like a blur. Monday was a blur. I think I did this on Monday. I can't remember. No, it's might have been Friday. I can't remember. It's been a while though. Okay, when was my last line? Let's think about that. So these are raised. So this not gonna count. So it might. Okay, it was. No, it couldn't be Wednesday. Wait, when's Monday? Monday was here. No, yes, this was right. No, it wasn't. No. When did I think about this? No, it wasn't Wednesday. I didn't do it on Wednesday, which was 2 days ago. Hold on. I think I must have done it on Monday. I think I was saying, yeah, here it is. Yeah, here, yes. Okay, of course. I do my streams every single day. Well, not every single day, but every single time I do my stream, I do it at the same time, which is roughly about 9 o'clock. So it was here. This was the price point we were talking about. Can we look at BNB? Yeah, I'll look at BNB after this. I'll have a quick look at WIF, but I'll look at BNB. WIF, I'm not going to. WIF, I'm going to talk about how I whiffed. That's the only reason I want to look at it is because I whiffed. I thought how funny whiff and whiff. So the price point was this was the price point about here, and I said we're going to bounce off the midpoint of this fair value gap and come down. I think we obviously did, but obviously after that is do you know what, this is a pretty good drawing actually. So basically, I think I said what I said was we're going to bounce off the fair value gap. We're going to go to this previous line and then continue, and then probably keep on going. What do? We bounced off the fair value gap, bounced off this line like I said, and then kind of had this range. Really good. Oh. Okay, my OBS just refreshed. That was weird. Okay. Okay, I'll just make sure I'm still live. Okay. But we bounced off the fair value. Okay, so for the one time, again, like I said, fair value gaps are never always okay. Okay, it's good. Fine, I'm a bit confused. Like I said, fair value gaps are never always confirmed. They're never anything which is, it's not like a magical stone. Obviously, there are things we could use in confluence to make sure they're valid. But I did draw this fair value gap here, and we did bounce off this price point about 47.90. A huge move downwards of about 2.3%, which is pretty decent. But we basically were just in these two lines. And I do say this quite often, actually. If you were to just use a simple significance and traded over a really long period of time and never really, went into looking for huge swings, you could probably, obviously, I know you have these huge movements here, but you could probably follow, obviously this was based on, Bitcoin's gone up, so everything's going to go up. But you can follow like prices, and you can invest, just based off looking at, obviously it moves, it continuously moves. But you could probably just trade off supply and demand, which is, normal economics. So do get some significance. It does really help, especially for me. Okay, so let's look at what's happened since then. We were in this range, and then we went up because obviously Bitcoin, and then we've obviously meme coins. Like I said, they don't just live by themselves. They do have a life for themselves, and we can see we have retracted before anything else. And this is what happened. This is what happened with like WIF and stuff as well. It's like it will move how the market's moving, but then it will start to move by itself. I'm just trying to look to see if I can find anything. I'm kind of seeing something here. At about 5355. I'm going to draw quickly. 555 there. So we've got this kind of situation going on for fair value gap. We could, enter here, come back down. So we've got that to consider. Which what the hell is this line? Oh, I'm going to delete that quickly before anyone else sees that. I don't know what that was about. It seems like we are bouncing off our EMA. Okay, that is good. We do have it's okay. I can't comment on market stuff because it's all look. We have a positive, a neutral gradient for both the VWAP, the money flow, and kind of the momentum wave. So basically, nothing's moving. So that's great. That's always something good to look. It's always great to. I was going to draw a quick. Where is it? There it is. It's always great to have things not actually tell you what's going on. But interestingly enough, our EMA is at our midpoint. So we do have our midpoint here for this kind of equilibrium, about 51.71 between our fair value gap and here. So we do have a midpoint. So we found that we have a little range between 5326 and 5032. I've drawn the midpoint of there at about 5176. So I'm going to keep that in mind as we go along this chart. So as I said, this I don't really follow this rule. I haven't really adapted this. I don't really know if this works completely accurately or not. Looking at shorts below the midpoint. Obviously, this is on a very short time frame. Obviously, we're on the 1 hour. This is more for like short. You take a trade or two and then leave it. It's not really like a long-term validation type of thing. But when you're below this equilibrium point, looking for shorts and bouncing off it and whatnot. Looking for longs above it, but I don't really use that myself. I can't really comment on it too much, but I still like to draw it. Especially since the EMA is kind of lining up with that fact. And we did have this, we did retract up it and then print below it. So we do have this midpoint here. So that is always good to see, that we kind of have some sort of confirmation at that point. In terms of where the price is going to go, I think we're going to crab in this kind of range, if not this equilibrium range, in this fair value gap area. Considering the fact that I think Ethereum, Solana, and Bitcoin could all going to go down, I think we're going to have some sort of movement. I'm going to draw the previous movements where we've kind of bounced off here. We're going to retract again towards maybe nearly 50 cent, and then as Bitcoin is going to go up again towards 49k, we're going to go. We're either going to do this. Whoops! I forgot to draw the next part to the line. Oh crap! I have to draw it again. Hold on. Bear with me. So boom, 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 and then boom, or cowabunga type stuff. Maybe to here, because this is a previous pot. Oh, whoops. Oh, crap. Hold on. It's always a bit of a mess drawing these things. This wasn't a high point at any other point, but I'm still going to keep it there. So we've got these two situations, which I'm going to have in red and blue. Bear with me. Okay, the blue is obviously, keeps with both of them. Private airdrops, all of that decent apps this week might push up self actually. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, okay. I don't know that. Well, that is some good news based. Wait, when did they do that? This week. Okay, so that was okay. Okay, that makes sense actually. Then, if it was this week, oh, actually, this is the 1 hour, isn't it? Okay, well, we are seeing a retract. I mean, we just crabbed a bit, but yeah, sell pressure. Yeah, that makes sense. So knowing that, bouncing off this, we could even go back into the range we were. So we've got a green pill now. I hate doing charts like this because it's always like, we could go here, down here, we can go here, down here, or we can go up here. It's just, I feel like I'm cheating because I'm just saying everything. But anyway, yeah. So I need to do look at WIF quickly. I need to do BNB. I need to do AMC and GME. So I'm gonna do it really quickly now. So WIF, I'm actually not gonna do any TA on really. I'm just gonna look at how bad I lost because it was a very unfortunate scenario because things didn't go how they were supposed to go. That's all I'll say. So we had this movement, and I thought we were going to bounce off, but we didn't bounce off that point. We bounced off there, and then we exceeded what I thought we were going to do. So it was a very sad situation. But with what's going to happen, probably either bounce off where we are right now because of this point here, or go to about 29 cents and come back down. So yeah, but I'm not doing TA on that. I'm going to do BNB per Jason's request. So Jason, here we go. I haven't actually done TA BNB really pretty much ever on this chart, so it's gonna be new for all of us. Let's have a look. I'm trying to assess quickly before I really go into it. Okay, I'm seeing something interesting here that we've bounced off and confirmed this resistance point. So it seemed like this resistance point was something which we saw some hefty difficulty at. Bounce. We bounced off. We confirmed it as support, and then we obviously bounced off these two. But again, bounce. So this looks like a heavy resistance point, which we've broken up above and bounced off. So that is good news. So if you're looking for longs anyway, or if you have it bought, so I'm going to just quickly draw between these 2 points here, a midpoint, just to see if we have anything like that. We kind of do. Back here we had this price point. It's 327. So we have this area. I'm actually going to do it as a ray so you can see the price. I think you guys can see the price on the left-hand side of the screen. Obviously, my big fat head covers this, price behind me. That's why it's in the top left. But you should be able to hopefully see the prices. I don't know where my finger is right now, but hopefully see the prices. Actually, my finger, where are they? Oh, it is. Look at that. Hopefully, you should see the prices up there with enough text. I did zoom them in a bit. 83% agree, 49k local top. Yeah, I think so. I mean, if I'm saying it, it's pretty much going to be right. Not some bragging. Obviously, I am the Oracle. I am the greatest TA person alive. Obviously, like you shouldn't be looking at anyone else and not fashion advice. I do not condone, in investing based on any of my advice. It's completely jokes. But yeah, I think 49% or 49k, sorry, is 100. Okay, if I had to, I would birth a child and give it away and bet it against the fact that 49k is going to be our resistance point. His brain size is only matched. I mean, again, my voice, I have to read this because I don't know what we're saying. Bro, his brain size is only matched by his fire of reading TA. Exactly. You need to have, I mean, obviously, and this is the difference between me and Mike, is the size in head does not equate to size in brain. In my case, it does. But for him, it's like maybe. But it's the fact that it's empty. It allows for room to breathe, so he can do things for a long period of time. That's why he's able to stream every single day for an hour and a half in the mornings. Obviously, my brain, although it spews out so much wisdom, it does require recharging. But anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping now. So we've got $328 as our midpoint. I'm seeing here. So where's the line there? So. Why is it green? Okay, we've kind of got that. That sort of movement could happen. Obviously, this depends on what Bitcoin and I'm not saying this is the meme coin. It's going to go exactly what Bitcoin's doing, but what the market's doing is going to happen. Obviously, Bitcoin basically is the market leader. So whatever Bitcoin's kind of doing, we're going to see here. And if I was to believe the fact that Ethereum, Solana, and Pyth all look like they're going to go down, I want to say Bitcoin's going to bounce off 47k again and then go to 49k. If it does do that, we could see like us continue to go up and then bounce. We might bounce off again. 323 might bounce, or 322, wherever we basically got there. About 323 we could go up and bounce off it again. It's similar to this scenario where we might go towards the equilibrium point and then come back down towards our support point and then go back up again. Obviously, as soon as Bitcoin starts to go towards 49k, everything's going to shoot up. So as soon as you start to see I'll probably post an update on Telegram So obviously, keep there. I think the problem is with me. Whenever I want to say something, I have 3 ways of saying it in my head, and they always merge into one. I don't know if that happens to any of you guys. But whenever I want to say something, sometimes I'll have like 3 ways of me saying the same sentence that it'll all start to merge into one, and I can't speak. Make sure you're updated and make sure you're on Telegram and up to date and have notifications. There you go. That's kind of roughly what I was trying to say. I see a 1500 BNB in the next all-time high. Yeah, I mean that's not crazy. It's a 5x. I mean other things are doing, but good X more than that. Obviously, I don't know. I actually don't know the stats in terms of the market cap and what the market value. I found a bullish triangle on BNB on day 1 chart. Let me have a little nosy then. Okay, let me have a nosy. Oh yeah. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, this flag. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Yeah. So you kind of got this. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. No doubt about it. Absolutely. Oh yeah. No doubt about it. I mean, will it go that high? Maybe. You never know. Let me make sure this is all correct. Yeah, so I'm trying to line it up. I mean, because I could line it up here. It doesn't really matter. Again, it doesn't really matter because it is this flag basically. So it doesn't really matter where it kind of goes from. If I line it up like the most, obviously we had a little dip there, but it's basically this sort of area here. We have this move upwards. Now, will it go to 362? Obviously, Jason, good find. A good find for the bullish. I don't know if it's a flag or it's a pennant. I'm not. Let me look it up. Okay, well it's okay. Oh yeah, a flag is a rectangle, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, it's a bull pennant. Yeah. Why don't I think of that? Stupid. Honestly, this is problem. When you have so much greatness in your head, sometimes the simplest things just slip your mind because you have to hold in so much greatness. Yeah. So you got this bull pennant. So good find. In terms of going to $362, we've got a lot keeping us down. However, as I was saying, obviously before I looked at this, when Bitcoin goes up to 49 or it starts to go towards 49k, things are going to rip. The magnitude of rippage depends on how much the price can move based off investment in terms of how much market cap there is. Obviously, but if Bitcoin's going to 49k, things are going to rocket up. So I was about to say, we've got 2 resistance points here, and we've got equilibrium, we've got this, that, the other. Are you sure we're going to hit here? If Bitcoin's going to 49k, I don't really think it'll be that hard to break these 2 really close by resistance points. So this could be very valid. This bull appellant could be very, very valid for BNB. So I'm not going to write this off as much as I wanted to say I'd write it off. Money flow is going up now, and what's good is it's not like we had these wicks upwards. It's not like we had the wicks upwards breaking our support point or resistance point, turning it to support. Yeah, 58 minutes. I know I said I was going to do 45 minutes, but I don't know. I'll never do 45 minutes. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm tired though, but I'm not mad. Exactly, there's a difference. Obviously, tomorrow I might be a bit tired, but tomorrow. I don't know if Mike's here. He's probably not. I don't know what we're doing. I think he sent me the word list or the text document. Sorry. I did it again. I meant to say the word document, and I said word list. Okay, I meant the text of the list. See, this is the problem. I just mix things. I swear. Yeah, tomorrow's stream. Okay, Bitcoin. I think my subconscious. I'm doing Jube as well. And okay. I need to get on. You do your thing. I need to get on. I need to finish this off. I need to do Jube. I need to do AM. Where the hell I'm doing? And GME. Okay. Yes, Jason. I think you're right. I think this bull pennant is going to play out. If it doesn't happen based off chart price action alone, I think the Bitcoin either bouncing off 47k and going upwards towards what's it called? 49k. I think this will spur us on towards going at least breaking these resistance points towards 350. So yeah, I see that happening. Absolutely, yeah. I think BNB can go up. Well, I don't even know what I was drawing up before. Oh yeah, this is like looking at the day is like a long-term like trend stuff. So obviously I know that the line's very thin, so it's going to happen over a fast period of time. So yeah, I think so. Obviously on the day it's more of a trend. the thing I'm doing on the 4 hour is kind of the action is going to go. So obviously, I think it'll still bounce off this, go towards resistance point. But by the time it goes towards the resistance point on the 4 hour, it might be that Bitcoin's going up. So we might see it break above these. Obviously, this is actually a bit lower because on the 4 hour. But you know, it doesn't. It's not. I mean, how much percentage do we need to do? Oh, could you please, just please? I just want to measure. It's not that hard. Just let me measure, man. There we go. So yeah, 6%. I mean, how much have we gone up between today? 1%. Yeah, so 1%. Okay, we think like it might take a couple of days. If we can move 1% in a day, we can move. I'm sure we can move. Obviously, we're still moving, but I'm sure we can move up still, like 5% here, whatever. And if Bitcoin starts to go up, things will be bullish anyway. I think we can break this and go towards $360. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think BNB is going to go up. Not financial advice, obviously. I would say do your own research, but you already have. You're already prepared. Nice, thank you for your opinion. Thank you for pointing out the panic. I don't really look at the 1 day on the news. Measuring never works for me. I know. I always accidentally click. I think the problem is, right, I always accidentally click the best indicator made on TradingView, which is simple significance. I always accidentally click it, and I can't measure because it's so brilliant. It's so big because it's so brilliant. It just gets in the way. But let me swift. Okay, wait. Jupe is actually on all the platforms. I don't need. I'm gonna have to go on like 50. I'll just go on 15 minute. Okay, I'm gonna look at Jupe quickly. Look at these 15 billion% moving coins on the fart chain, whatever it's called, and then we can move on. But let's look. So everything's going up, and then Jupiter isn't going up. So it's been a bit rough. It's been very rough. We've been bounced. You can see how rough it is. But so what's good is, I mean, to be fair, we are at the lowest point we've seen for Jupe, pretty much. Well, not, but we're very close to it. We're basically near the very lowest point we've seen for Jupe, so like ever. So that's fine. But we do have a lot of support, keeping us up, which is nice to see. But in terms of Jupe, we should go. I mean, we should go up, please. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard. Obviously, it's the 15 minutes. So things aren't. I'm actually on 30 minutes because I want something a bit more substantial. So we've got a resistance point at 51.83. Do I see anything in terms of its price? Price action, where I could see, not really. It's really rough, this. Man, honestly, you're making me do hard work. Why are you doing this? It just looks like we're in a range. Like, hold on, let me draw between this range here. Like, yeah, I mean, like, you might be able to, like, obviously, we're kind of bouncing off this midpoint here. Yeah, I wanted to go up so badly because I've got like 400. I didn't want it to go up, but obviously the charts never lie. I mean, sometimes they lie when it's based on the news, but we do have money flow going up. $1.50 plus. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember what the prediction was. I think I was looking at when, but yeah, Jupe. I was saying like $1. Some people are saying some crazy numbers, which just don't make sense. But Jupe is like, this is obviously I understand. I know where he's coming from in terms of the analysis between looking at looking at like Uniswap and stuff, and what that magnitude is, and what that platform is, and how much better Jupe's going to be when it's fully fleshed out, and then what the price is going to go to. And obviously, if you look at the difference in market cap and how much the price will go up based off that multiplication, it does reach huge numbers. I think one figure I saw was for like about $3. Don't quote me on that. I think it was about is Uniswap $3. I don't remember it. My mind gets confused, but it's something. It's quite high. Like Jupe is going to like blow. So I'll just hold on, even when it's going to go up, obviously sell some, but when you get airdrop things, like now's just a great time to buy. I mean, I know you asked earlier, 50 cent, do I buy now? I'd just buy now. I mean, where are we going to really go to? 48, 49 cent? It's about 1 cent difference. I need to go prep for tomorrow. Have a great evening. Yeah, so Mike was on the account. Okay, yeah, whatever. So I was not going crazy for my Neuralink. It was actually someone else. That's good. But look, we've bounced off multiple times off 48 for basically 49 cent, and we're 51 cents. So we're 2 cents away from pretty much the lowest point we've seen. And just moved the entire price. Okay, I'm glad I can change it. But like looking at where we've moved from, I've moved everything. I don't know why it's moving like that. But like looking where we've fallen from, like even if you buy right now, it doesn't matter. Like I'm not going to DCA. Buy now. Not financial advice, just buy now. It doesn't matter. Jupe's going to go up. I don't see why we're talking about this. Kishan, hello Kishan. Oh, man, you know, you're both next to each other. Just like, it's just all, especially in my heart. It's just, man, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see that you can join me on the show. Obviously, it's getting close towards the end of the stream, but yeah, thank you for joining anyway. Thank you all for staying, how you have been. But yeah, hello. Again, Kishan, if you've got any coins you want to look at, I do need to do 2 more. Hour and 5 minutes here. I didn't put a time on. I need to go look at. Hold on. Just let me get to it. I need to go look at AMC and GME and what the hell I'm looking at. I can't remember. These coins just go up 14 gazillion% at a time. How's the TA? I can't even remember what I drew. Again, I can't remember what I drew. Okay, so basically, yeah, so it kind of didn't do what I said it would. But we've bounced off of this area, which is good. I thought this would happen over a bit of a longer period of time. But, okay, so it's kind of looking like I'm trying to salvage price action off anything. But, I mean, to be fair, obviously, even if you did long, you would have made your money anyway. So it doesn't really matter how it happened. It doesn't matter how you make your money. It just matters that you make your money. Obviously, within reason. It went up quite high. Obviously, I don't really have a lot of indication. Oh, I'm seeing something here. Let me delete every single thing. Okay, all expectations are broken. However, I'm going to keep that box there because we do seem like we are holding that. We have this trend line, which we're now not really respecting anymore. If you zoom out, we've kind of got, our own little long-term thing going on here with our highs. So we've kind of got something here going on. I'm trying to see something here. Seems like we're on a really low point in terms of where we are in the market. Okay. I'm trying to line it up as best I can. Okay, perfect. There we go. I'm going to use white. I like having white. Okay, there we go. So, GME. Okay. I'm going to stop doing shorter term TA because it's quite hard to do it on this when I've got no indicators. Plus, it moves so rapidly, I might as well not. Because, like, look, this range which we have is it's like the 64% range. So, now, kind of see what's going on with this price. Hopefully we can all kind of see what we're looking at. So we've got this boom, and then a boom, and a boom, and a boom, and a boom, and a boom, I guess. Oops, I hate doing that. Okay, so if you're seeing what I'm seeing, you will see that we've got this kind of up, meh, up kind of scenario going on. Let's be a bit higher, actually. Okay, so this is what I see is going to happen for GME. We've already bounced off our low point here. We're going to go up towards 95. Let me do some rays. We're going to go up to 95. Let me just draw all the rays in the world ever. And make them all nice and thematic with white. White is very nice. You want a clear, a clear chart. Obviously, do what colours you want, but let's make this a nice yellow or something. I don't know. Okay, so three price points I'm going to point out. Okay, 1 cent, half of a cent, and 1.7 cents. These are the 3 price points I see. Hopefully you can see that on the. I'll probably take a screenshot. Maybe I should duck my head so you can see. We're on the lowest point now, which is roughly this area of about 6. What's this? About 0.6 cents. We've bounced off this. We're going to go to about nearly a cent, come down again to about 0.6 cents, and then go up to 1.7 cent. I'm going to screenshot this, put this Telegram. That's what I see happening with GME. I was right once, obviously, albeit a bit. My TA was a bit later. Again, like I said, time frames don't really, matter too much with my TA. It kind of just matters what the price is going to do. But this is what I see for GME. So hopefully, put this down. If you do want to go invest, just go on to Bird Eye. Obviously, you can swap it right here. I'm not going to bother, but I hold more value in being right than putting a bit of money in. So I'm going to let you guys earn all the money, not financial advice. Do not invest in any of what I've done tonight. AMC, let's have a look at that quickly. I can't remember what tier I did. Again, it's been a while. Okay. It's not bad. I mean, it's a bit more accurate than what I said. Obviously, again, we've gone a lot higher. I mean, to be fair, I mean, when was this? 7th of Feb. Let me have a look. So this is 7th of Feb. Is anything considerable happened with Bitcoin 7th of Feb? Yeah, we started to go up. Okay, so the reason these went so high and then came back down, I like with a lot of meme coins, like Pi, for example, we had this huge run up for Bitcoin, and then all these meme coins subsequent. Obviously, I know this isn't within a thing, but Bitcoin's, it's the crypto market as a whole. Things just go up when Bitcoin goes up. That's just how it works, especially with meme coins. And this is this kind of same scenario that it kind of just went up and then is now coming down. Similar with how we saw with Pi, again, another like lower cap coin, not meme coin or anything, but we have these nice movements, and then come down. But more MC alone, that is good. I don't know what price that was. Hopefully you bought it. Did you buy it at 0.0015 when I said you should probably buy it? Or no, or whenever the stream was actually. I think it aged well. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping so with what I'm seeing here. It's not really actually looking too fancy. Hold on. I'm trying to salvage something out of this. We could. Oh, would you look at that? We're apparently gonna go all the way back up to 0.8 cents, roughly, kind of. I'm just gonna bump that up. You're right at that point. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I say, you know, with Bitcoin at this pump, like things just move erratically, especially with me, because things just move erratically when Bitcoin go up. So I did say it was gonna go up. Obviously, I said it was that was with GME. I said it was 66% chance we were gonna go up. I reckon we'll go up about 74%. We went up about 140%. I didn't really actually measure, to be fair. But obviously, Bitcoin going up, things are going to go erratic. But I did say we had quite a big chance. You know, we had more of a chance going up than going down. So with this, I don't think I said a 50-50. I said there's more. I said we have a huger movement upwards than we do downwards. And that even if we did move downwards, we weren't going to move downwards too much. Again, the point we were at was basically support for numerous of times. So even I didn't think we were going to fall because we're at this huge support point. Even if we move this price point backwards, we can see it. We bounce off it, you know, all the way back here, 20th of January. So I knew we weren't really going to go below this. But then, you know, we saw this kind of, you know, and obviously, as I said at the time, it's kind of like a pressure cooker of it gets so tight that it just bursts. Again, with this scenario, I said we're going to burst upwards or burst downwards. Burst downwards, we're hardly going to move down. We burst upwards, we're going to have a huge move upwards. So even when I said on the stream, it was a 3.24 risk to reward ratio, which is a really good risk to reward ratio. 161% move upwards or 50% move downwards. You know, we did move a bit more upwards, about another 80% more upwards, but obviously with Bitcoin going up, it was bound to happen. It does look like, though, we kind of have this pennant going on, this bullish pennant. So we have this price moving upwards, and then zoom, 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 like that. Accumulation, then boom. Yeah, I mean, I know there's like X count, whatever it was, like accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Something like that. I know it's like a market pattern where it's like you have a crab movement, and then you have like a liquidity movement, and then like a manipulation, then like a distribution or whatever it was. So it's like accumulation, and then our manipulation would be So okay, let's apply it then. So accumulation was this constant movement. Our manipulation was breaking above this movement, and distribution being this movement upwards. So yeah, you're right with the accumulation. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think we actually, I'm quite confident. Or actually, I'm not quite confident. Actually, no, I am quite confident. I think we could go back to where we were, about 205% upwards. It's crazy to say that, but 205% upwards, we could pop, maybe see. Again, with the fact that Bitcoin is probably going to go up very, very, very soon, and everything is to follow. But you know, I think it's going to go upwards. At 2 cent, you get a new computer. Which 2 cent? Well, this 2%. No way, 2 cents. 2 cents a year away. Absolutely crazy away. I mean, if it goes 2%, yeah, I'll take a bit of money. Don't worry. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a bit of money. But I do think 200% movement for AMC. I think that's pretty good to say, especially since Bitcoin's going to go up very soon to 49k. Everything's going to burst. I think we're going to bounce up to this like 0.8 cent range. So I'll screenshot this, and put it in Telegram as well. Where is I've closed it. I'll put Telegram quickly so everyone can see it. There we go, perfect. Okay, so yeah, so I mean that was it for AMC. So AMC 200% upwards. GME I think we're going to have that sort of movement because we've been having that for the entire lifespan of the coin. Okay, well, actually, let me put a long thing. So if anyone wants to take a long right now, I think I put a stop loss at the same position. Even if you put a stop loss at the same position we had previously, you still got a 3.35 risk to reward. But you could put it at the previous support point we had to give a 5.39, which would also only give you about 41% move downwards. But again, nearly 220% move upwards. That's pretty good. That's a 2.2x. 2.2x. Yeah, this is in profits. Yeah, 2.2x. So you get 2.2x plus what you had already. It's complicated. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for MC. I've screenshotted that. So yeah, I mean, I scroll up. I think I looked at. Okay, so I've looked at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Pyth, WIF, Dupe, AMC, GME. Does anybody have any more coins you want me to look at? I'm going to save it. You know what? If you have another coin, I'll look at it tomorrow. I'll look at it in the stream tomorrow. That's it for the stream. It was a long stream. I'm tired. I said I only wanted to do 40 minutes. Okay. I feel like my mediary screen in the background is CoinMarketCap, so I'm going to have that open. I've done a lot of coins tonight. Hopefully I did some good here. Hopefully obviously the more you do, the more chance you have of it going wrong. But again, you know, regardless, a movement is 50-50, it goes up or goes down. So, but I think with what I've said regarding Bitcoin, because, you know, whenever you do T on crypto, you always kind of want to look at Bitcoin first and kind of see what that's going at. I think, well, what I do anyway, when I do trading, is I look at Bitcoin on the higher time frames, go onto the coin I'm looking at, then look at the higher time frames, and then when I start to look for trades, I look at the short time frames. But obviously, you know, that's how if you just normally trade, you know, in the day, whatever. But yeah, so we've looked at Bitcoin. It's always good to look at Bitcoin before you look at anything else to kind of see how that's going to move. Because, you know, if it's going to, I mean, I was wrong. Okay, I'm thinking this is you know, this is a mistake I made, which you guys should probably learn from. Obviously, I'm not trying to say, you know, you guys know nothing, whatever. I thought Bitcoin was going to go down at the time. Yeah, I still longed WIF. WIF went down, so I got stopped out. However, Bitcoin didn't go down and it went up. But the fact that I thought Bitcoin was going to go down meant I shouldn't have longed WIF at the start. And I you know, regardless of if it was a one-to-one correlation, I still wouldn't have lost out on WIF. But you know, that doesn't matter. You know, just look at Bitcoin first. We did look at Bitcoin first. I think it's going to go up to 49k. You know, regarding that, we should be aware of how long that's going to take and you know, what that means for the market. So I think we're going to have a small movement downwards for quite a few of these coins, as we've said throughout the stream, and then we're going to have this movement upwards. You know, following the whole market movement upwards towards 49k. You know, with Bitcoin and pretty much everything else in the market. So you know, get ready to make a bunch of money in the next coming days, or however long this takes. Or maybe, you know, within, you know, this week. It could happen over the weekend, you never know. It's quite hard to, you know, you can't tell the future. You can tell what might happen, you know, in the future, but you can't tell how long the future is going to take. So yeah, just bear that in mind. You know, good luck to everybody. Hope you guys win so much. I'm going to pull up, actually, I don't think this, okay, I'm going to pull up the main chat window so I can see what's going on. So thank you, don't worry. You know what, it makes me, you know what, the reason that I actually don't feel that tired, obviously I feel a bit tired, but the reason I can go on, you know, I meant to switch it off at 45 minutes, but the reason I can go on was all your lovely comments and all the bustling comments and talking and communication and the call and responsiveness. It's nice to see that whenever I say something or look at something, and then everyone kind of, you know, you guys are talking to me about it. It's nice to see. But yeah, so thank you all for joining. Let me have a look. Go to sleep, ruining your work so hard. Thank you. That is very nice comment. Thank you, Jason. I'm gonna have the best sleep I've ever had in my life. Wake up refreshed for tomorrow, be on the stream. Thank you for simple signals today. Yeah, sorry, it was a bit. I didn't have the time on the screen. It wasn't as very, you know, regimented. But I think what I'm going to do for Monday is I'm going to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, Solana again. But I think I want to stop looking at Python stuff. I might try and find some other coins which are interesting to look at for Monday. If you guys have any other suggestions, I will do. What I might do for Monday is look at like 2 new coins and then do really quick updates on like AMC, GME, BNB, and obviously Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana. So I'll do some quick updates on them. But I think because since I did Python WIF, I haven't really looked at anything new apart from like BNB. But I'll update all the coins we did today on Monday, and then I'll probably find 2 new coins for me to look at. If you, again, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions or any coins you want me to look at, put it in the Telegram. I'll find it there and I'll cover it for Monday. I think that's about it though. Yeah, let's look at the comments again. Goodbye. I'm all tired too. Have a nice night. I hope you have a great sleep, Jason. For tomorrow, prepare for tomorrow because stream will be earlier in the morning. Good job, Mike, and Bergen. All the best. Thank you, Kishan. That's very kind. It's nice to see the consistency of you guys. It's just nice to see every single stream. It's so nice to see you guys. It's just nice. It's just nice to see you. That's it. Thank you very much, Ruben. Thank you very much. I don't really have a big outro for this because I just want to decompress before I stop doing everything. So thank you so much. I will see if you do join the stream tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you on Monday. And I think that is about it. Check the description out. There's some links down there. Check out Telegram. Check out the indicator. And go make some money. Go make some money. Good luck. I hope you make so much money in the next couple of days. Obviously, again, like I said, I always want to preface this and suffice this. I guess that's a word. None of what I did today was financial advice. Never trade 100% of what I said. This is all my opinion on the data I'm seeing in front of me. None of this should be, you shouldn't trade solely based off my opinion. Always do your own research. Goodbye and good night.